What's going on, guys? I made it. I made it on time this time. I didn't have to the last couple of live streams when I hit go to set up the live stream, it just started streaming, and I kind of figured out the kinks. Got my stream starting soon screen up with the timer and everything. It's actually a little more complicated than it should be, but here we are. What's up, Sparking Across America is here. Just in time for my 4-hour drive home, I think is what you were saying. Drive home. Hell yeah, just in time. So first things first, you guys, I've been live streaming from this new software where I've even got a little background now. Gotta get it. I gotta hide all the things, but that's all right. Not a big deal. Oh, now it's worse. You took this away. I want to look as professional as possible in my homeless person live stream. You know what I mean? I don't want to look like that. Here, I got to fix. Look at that. Oh, now it's worse on this side. Whatever. It's working fine. This is the camera attached to the actual laptop that I use. And it's an old laptop. I've had it for probably close to 10 damn years. But the camera on it isn't great, and I recently was sent a new camera so y'all can see me better. What do you think? Is that a better shot than before? I don't know if Dave Lowe's in the house yet, but he is my tech guy, and we do have some news for about Dave Lowe. This time I should be able to keep talking. Yeah, there we go. As you guys are introduced to my tech guy, Dave Lowe, hanging out in the background, running all the stuff as everyone say hi. And Dave actually has some, I don't know, he had some recent bad juju, or not juju, but bad luck happened to him while he was out cruising around and traveling. He's got a lot of truck issues, and his solar was struggling a little bit. Plus, his e-bike took a shit on him. So here's his link, Desert96. He's got Cashapp and I think Venmo. Whatever it is, like Venmo or PayPal. One of them he doesn't have, but I know he's got Cashapp. But you can find his link at DesertRat96 and give him a helping hand with, his struggles. And I will be showing them in here in just a second. Anyways, yeah, before we start really going on the live stream, I figured I'd come and let some people roll in. Don't forget to smash your like button. It's a free way to help me out. And as you can see, I am, let's see, which screen am I using? It's so confusing sometimes. All these screens everywhere. Yeah, we are hanging out. Waiting for some more people to get in here. 5 of you watching now. I'm guessing, I don't know, it doesn't really tell me my stats it's not a great software for knowing how many people are in the chat, things like that. It does tell me how much of my CPU I'm using, so yay for that. But got me a new camera here. This is freaking cool. I think I could also use this as a security camera for when I'm not home. I'm gonna try that. My next little tinkering thing that I do is going to be finding out if I can use this as a security camera as well. Because I have these Raspberry Pis, similar to these, I could probably plug that camera in to one of these and use it as a security camera. And for those of you who, don't think I need a security camera, I got some pretty awful news for you. Some bad news that happened here at the campsite. I was gonna get my coffee because this is a coffee story, if you know what I mean. I fucking burnt my coffee. This is my last little bit of coffee. And I reheated it on my stove, and it's burnt now. But whatever, I'll just deal with it. I fucking hate burnt coffee. Anyways, I was gone for a few hours, ran to the grocery store, and I came back from the grocery store, and I noticed that Buddy, my other dog, the dog I'm taking care of now, he's like an old geriatric 15-year-old dog, barely gets around. He was inside of the RV when I got back. He has a water dish outside because he spends a lot of time outside. He's got incontinence issues, so he spends some time outside, and he's got a water dish out there. And when I got back, I noticed there's a bug in his water dish, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna replace his water for him before I let him out. So I grabbed his water dish and I went to dump it out because there was a big old beetle in it, and there was something else in it too, dude. There was like a film of something on the water, and I smelled it, and there was gasoline. Somebody put fucking gasoline in Buddy's water dish when I wasn't here. And I'm so fucking livid about it. They are so lucky I don't have a camera up yet, or that I don't know who it is, because what a genuinely evil thing to do. Gasoline in a dog's dish. I was just so upset that now I've got to bring him water. I don't leave his water out there anymore. And man, I thought of everything. I thought of maybe like it had kind of rained a little bit, so maybe it had leaked off the side of the RV. I was just making stuff up in my head to make it not true that somebody put gasoline in the dog's water, because that just is an incredibly awful thing to do to someone, to do to a dog. Like, anyway, so I cleaned it out. I haven't used that dish again. I'm using a different one for his water now because I don't really trust it yet. I need to really, really clean it out. But man, what a terrible fucking person to do that to someone. That just really chaps my ass, dude. Like, they're lucky I didn't catch him because that a smile killed them. What's up, Michelle? You're in the house. Yeah, you did catch a live stream. Glad to see you here. I'm looking for, there it is. I'm trying to set up my second display so I could, and it's not working. Let me tinker with this for just a second while we all hang out. Michelle says, oh wow, what a horrible thing for someone to do. Yeah, I agree. I'm honestly like so upset about it. I'm really pissed because there's absolutely no excuse. Like, you know what? You don't like me, whatever. I don't even know who this was. I don't talk to any of my neighbors. But you have a problem with me or the guy in the RV or whatever, like, fine. Don't take it out on the fucking dogs, dude. What is wrong with you? Who does that? Yeah, anyways, I've been kind of upset about that. So Buddy has been, I haven't been leaving his water dish out there because of it. I feel like, yeah, that's not fair to, like, I'm glad he didn't drink any of it, man. I really am, because that could have gone really bad for him. I'm glad that he didn't have any, I'm just so upset. Anyways, there we go. I think I got that set up. I got a couple of things to show you today. First of all, as you can see, my links, or the title of my live stream is Grocery Woes. Have you guys been to the grocery store lately? I feel like at the beginning of this month, when I got paid, I spent like $150, $200 on groceries. And here it is. What's the date today? It's like the 8th? Yeah, 9th. 8th? God, I need glasses. I need glasses. I don't like to admit that, but I'm old now. Nevertheless, I went to the grocery store, spent like almost $200 on groceries, and here it is the 8th. And I need to go grocery shopping again. And it's like, I'm not broke yet, but I can see it coming. It's on its way. And it's making me nervous, if you know what I mean. Like, the little bit of weed I got left is probably all the weed I'm going to be buying this month. It just is what it is. The RV is much more expensive than the van. But I do have some pretty sweet upgrades in the RV, including my solar. I pulled all the solar out of the van, took it into the RV. I brought my lithium batteries and put them in the RV because the AGMs in here were toast. I upgraded the charge controller, took it out of the van and put it in here because the charge controller that was in here doesn't charge AGM batteries. So with all that in mind, I have my fridge in the RV now. Like, my fridge is running off of it's free energy, right? My fridge is absolutely free to run, but it's still, at least I don't have to pay that bill, is basically the point I'm making. Let's see, Sparking Across America says, bro, $200 in groceries is like 3 days for me. You can't get much for $200 unless you buy ramen noodles, squeezed cheese, and dehydrated refried beans. That is kind of, not exactly that. I do be buying ramen, though. But I don't spend, I'm not buying myself steaks. I bought myself a bunch of chicken. I got myself some beef, and then I got butter, I got oil, cooking oil, and a couple of spices. Even spices are getting expensive, dude. It just boggles my mind that I used to feed, when I was married and I was in the military and I was raising a kid, our whole household monthly grocery bill was like $300, $350, which I thought back then was like, God, that's getting a little expensive. Now that doesn't even give you a week's worth of fucking groceries. I did go to the food bank, though. There's a pretty decent food bank here, but it gives you stuff like, like you described, not squeezed cheese, which I don't buy squeezed cheese. I buy real cheese. I just, squeezed cheese ain't it for me. I also got heart issues I gotta stay up on, so I can't be buying like super cheap stuff. Otherwise, I'll end up in the hospital again. But I am struggle busting with groceries right now, and I don't get food stamps because I make too much money, which is, I think, $1,000 a month. $1,000 a month is a lot of people's grocery bills these days, maybe even slightly more. But that's my entire income, so. Michelle says, definitely true. Sparking has gotten ridiculous. $200 lasts me about a week and a half, but still, it's stupid. Yeah, $200 lasts me about a week, but that also included, it wasn't all groceries. It was like toilet paper, which I'm now out of toilet paper as of this morning. It was also paper plates, so I do less dishes because dishes take water, and water isn't free for me. I have to pay for the water. It's actually a big struggle. I have to go get the water. I have to drive the whole house to hook up to a water line somewhere. So, paper plates. I know it costs a little bit more, but initially, but it saves me a lot of hassle and struggle, and saves me from having to pull up stakes every few weeks to get water. But I still use a lot of water to do dishes and whatnot. Clean my body. But I think I got a pretty decent show for you all the while I'm also hoping that I might get some grocery donations. But I get it. You guys are all struggling and feeling the same pressures that we are, Just like you said, $200 lasts you a week and a half. A week and a half, that's insane for $200. $200 that should be most of your grocery bill, I think, for the month. But it just ain't the case anymore. And it always, it squeezes the lower class people first. The poor folks, it squeezes them first. And it's definitely been squeezing the shit out of me. So, like I said, there's a food bank here, but you can only go to it twice a month. And they gave me some ground beef, but then they give you a lot of beans and mac and cheese and just junk food. There is some fruits and stuff that you can get too, but you only get to go twice. Did I say twice a week? You only get to go twice an entire month. And they don't give you 2 weeks worth of groceries when you go in either. So we call that fine china where I come from. Yeah, you talking about the paper plates? Yeah, that's my fine china for sure. Actually, my fine china is made out of metal. I got some metal plates that I use when I got guests over. Sparkin says, I got 9 kids, bro. Imagine feeding nine kids. You have 9 children? Are you Mormon? I mean, not a jab, but they have big families, dude. Or maybe you're Irish. 9 children. Do you know how that happens? 9 kids. That's insane. That's a lot of children. That is a lot of children. That's funny. Yeah, you guys want to see the transition between the old camera and the new camera again? Old camera, new camera. Old camera, new camera. What do you think? Is it a good change? You like it? Did I do it right? Is my shirt on backwards? No. Okay. I do know how to dress myself. I have confirmed. My shirt is not on backwards. It just looks like it in the... Oh, it's so funny. 9 kids, though. That's insane, man. You're fucking... Oh, that's so crazy. I am of the belief as Elon Musk, multiply and be fruitful. But you're not Mormon, because Mormons believe in that too. Like, they believe kids bring joy and that you should multiply. And Elon believes that we're definitely at risk of population collapse, which I am all for. Honestly, I hate to say it, but I'm all about it, dude. Let there be less people. We got too many damn people. Imagine like all the houses you could rummage through if everyone was just gone and it was like you and like a million other people on the entire planet. Then everything's yours. You inherit the earth. I think that's rad. Michelle says, I try to make extra when I cook spaghetti and repurpose it into manwich. That's funny that you would mention that. I don't do it with spaghetti, but my beef, I do make basically sloppy joes with it quite a bit. Like kind of spicy sloppy joes. Or you can throw it in a burrito or a taco. It's basically taco meat that I make, but it's like dense enough and that it could definitely go into a sloppy joe, which I do be doing that with too. Lately, I've been eating some chicken and rice. I got some chicken thighs from the store, and it gave me quite a bit of them, but it was also a lot of money. And I just ran out of chicken thighs, and I ran out of toilet paper, and I got a few paper towels left, but not out of this yet. So we're gonna twist it up, and we're gonna twist it up and hang out. And I got some cool memes for you guys. I got a video I want you to watch because I thought it was funny. And I also want to show you what our tech guy, Dave Lowe, has been struggling with. And if those of you don't know my tech guy, Dave Lowe, he is a nomad that has been traveling with me. There's a picture of him right there. Maybe some slight altering in that picture, a little Photoshop, but it's definitely him. But yeah, he has been experiencing some, mechanical issues with his pickup, and his e-bike took a crap on him. And I'm hoping him all the best. That's his link right there, Desert Rat 96. And as you guys can tell, yes, I am asking for donations so I can get groceries, but that doesn't mean that I can't also ask for donations for my homie Dave. Good dude. He helps all the nomads out. Pretty much every nomad I know who has a mechanical issue with their vehicle, which does happen, Dave's the first person they call. Dave's the first person I called when my RV broke down on the side of the road, and he diagnosed it within minutes. And he was at a family reunion. He took time out. It was quick, but he took time out of his family reunion to be like, oh yeah, it's the belt. I gotta go. And so I just want to make sure that if anyone doesn't want to give me groceries, but you want to help Dave out because he helps all of us out, Desert Rat 96, that's his links. I hope that you guys consider sending either him or me money, because I could really use some groceries. Toilet paper. Oh, I think I got a donation. Did I? No, I just got a notification from Cashapp that some advertisement. That was lackluster. I thought that might have been a donation, but womp womp to me. That's okay. If I'm feeling it, I know everyone else is feeling it too. Let's see. Eek, dark meat chicken scares you? Why does dark meat chicken scare you, Michelle? I think that dark meat is not as dry. It's like more moist. It's... God, white meat turkey is just so like dry. It's like... It's like jerky. But then when you get to them legs and them thighs, man, it's not like jerky. Sparky says I like to put toast and then I'll put a layer of cheese so the sloppy Joe doesn't get all the bread soggy. It's so good. I like to toast my toast. Yeah. I like to, instead of bread, just toast. Or I'll straight up use bagels for my sloppy Joes. I've also used like what are those called? Like the brioche buns or whatever. Maybe not brioche, whatever it is. Like what are they called? Hamburger buns, but better ones. You know what I mean? Dave rocks. Michelle says Dave rocks. Dave is really good people. He really is. He's really good people. He's friends with everyone, and he likes to empower the other nomads with the knowledge that he has. I like to do the same thing too, but most of my knowledge is around computers, which most of my friends don't even own a computer, and if they do have a cell phone, probably doesn't have signal. Some of my friends got signal, but the technical stuff isn't something that a lot of my friends deal with. But I could help them if they wanted that kind of help. And I even have some mechanical skills too. Like I'm no mechanic, but at the same time, like I've learned a little bit over my years, and some of that's even because of Dave. So, obviously I'm hoping that I can get some grocery money, but Dave really needs some repair money, and I'll show you. Let's see. I've got here's his post, and we'll go ahead and show you his post here. He's at the Safe Havens Auto Repair, and you can't see the comment over here, can you? What if no, that didn't work. Anyways, I'll read his post right here. They say bad shit comes in threes. Well, e-bike is down and water pump took a shit in my truck. I wonder what the third will be. Let's hope this fucking migraine I got brewing. Let's hope it's this migraine I got brewing. Good news is I got my truck to a shop that can do the job by the end of tomorrow and accommodate me staying in my truck. Even more good news is that I didn't need a tow. Shit happens sometimes, and I gotta roll with the punches. Ain't worth getting pissed off or up in arms about. It's all about the adventure. So that's Dave's post. I thought that you'd be able to see his comment over here on the side. I'm not sure why you can't. Maybe if I make the window bigger, you can see it. Is that it? Can you see it now? There it is. Yeah. I suck at this. I suck at being a podcaster. Anyways, and it's gone. Yeah. Anyways, there's his post right there. Over here on the side. Why is it doing that? I don't like that. I don't like that. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can make this monitor screen a little smaller, because that's not going to work for the rest of my live stream either. Oh, there we go. Now we can bring up his post, and you should be able to see the comment right there on the side. Yeah. See, I'm not crazy. It is there. I'm not insane. But yeah, Dave's been struggling with his truck. If anyone wants to send him donations, Desert Rat 96. He has it posted down here at the bottom of his. So he's got Cashapp and he's got Venmo. Desert Rat 96. I don't mind pitching Dave's channel. I don't mind pitching Dave's links because he is such a helpful guy. He does help all the nomads out quite a bit. And even the people who are helpful need relief sometimes. So, Ken says, where you at today, my brother? I am still in Oregon. As I was just telling everyone, I was just bitching about the cost of food, man. It's like, I spent $200 in groceries a week ago. It wasn't just groceries. I got dog food also. I got paper plates and paper towels and toilet paper. Out of the toilet paper now. Ran out this morning. So I guess I'm going to have to start going all Middle Eastern using my hand. But I still have some dog food left. It's just... This is like the most I've ever spent on groceries in my life, in my entire life. And I used to raise a kid and have a family, and I'm spending more now by myself, buying bullshit like cheapest food, like dollar store food, and still spending more than I did when I was raising a family. So it's just, I know you guys are feeling it too. Michelle Blair says, poor guy's already anticipating a third thing. I know what that's like. I hope he gets everything taken care of. Yeah, he will. Dave will get everything taken care of. It'd just soften his load a little bit if people were able to help. Mischief says, I lost my water pump in a pulley in December. It cost over $700 to have it fixed. Well, Dave thinks it's his water pump, but then he made another post. Let me see if I can find it real quick. He says, there it is. Worse than I thought. It's the timing cover leaking. And he's going to be there for a while. So he's straight up stuck until that gets fixed. It wasn't the water pump that he thought it was. It's the timing cover, which I don't know what the fuck that is. But apparently it's worse than the water pump. So, you know, Dave could definitely use some help. But in the meantime, I'm going to show you guys a video that cracked me up. And I'm hoping I've been online for longer than 5 minutes because they do be checking this stuff within the first 5 minutes. But I bring this up, and it's the most Oregon man in the world.
Street names, he navigates by dumpster fires and tent cities. His favorite IPA has notes of pine, regret, and something called bike chain. He doesn't take LSD, he just stares at Mount Hood until it opens a portal. He once taught a yoga goat how to meditate. The flannel is made from repurposed protest signs. He brews kombucha so strong it voted twice in a local election. They say he fent folded, but really, he was just practicing advanced Oregon yoga. He legally married a bike trail, then divorced it when it got too mainstream. His spirit animal is a Subaru Outback with a Bernie sticker. He once survived 2 weeks in the Tillamook forest with only a hatchet and a TED Talk podcast. He's been off-grid so long, Bigfoot asks him for directions. His barista cried when he stopped ordering his half-foam oat milk cortado. He wrote a slam poem so powerful, it was declared a public utility. He once protested a protest for being insufficiently ironic. His camping gear is 100% hemp, solar-powered, and emotionally available. He's been banned from 3 farmers' markets for knowing too much about arugula. He thought he was a mushroom for 3 days and somehow became mayor of Eugene. He is the most Oregon man in the world.
I don't always do drugs. Wait, yeah, I do. They're legal here. Stay free, my friends.
I had to show you guys that because it made me laugh so hard. I'm like, yeah, I'm showing my people this. Uh-oh, it's like starting the next video. Oh, and it's an ad. Gross. What's up, Dave? We were just talking about you, bro. Shut up. We were just talking about you, singing all your praises. How are you doing up there? Broke the fuck down. For those of you who don't know, there's Dave Lowe, my tech guy, just came into the chat. Like I said, he has been struggle busting with his vehicle. Here's a picture of him right here. Back in the back working on my tech stuff. He's been struggle busting with his truck. It's I took a shit on him, and you're hanging out in a park. Well, he's staying at a mechanic shop right now, and he could use all the help he can get. You know, if anyone wants to donate, there's his link right there. Desert Rat 96. He's got Venmo. He's got Cashapp. He doesn't have PayPal because he's lazy. He blew the timing cover gasket. Yeah, that's what I was just telling them, dude. Actually, it's funny that you had mentioned it because I brought up your whole ass post and showed everyone. But this is the old one. You have an update, which is when you said it was going to be your timing cover is leaking. So you're going to be there a little longer. I was hoping to throw you some donos. You ain't gotta be a baller to donate $1. But at the same time, you know, we all be struggling out here. So, oh, he does have PayPal. It's just not under the same name, and it's Dear Gdo. Okay, I'm not writing that down. If you're in the chat, you can see it. DearGdoo @gmail.com is his link for his PayPal. Hell yeah, dude. I mean, I appreciate all the help you give to me and to other nomads. So just trying to pay forward back to you. And as you know, most of you know, like, we all be struggling busting out here. Because this is what they do to the shopping carts. Let me show you. This is what they'd be doing to the shopping carts. Let me figure out how to use my computer. They used to have baskets, like little baskets that you'd carry with you and put your groceries in, and it was like you'd fill that thing up, and it was like $30-$40 for everything in it, and you're good to go. Now that's $100 for the groceries, and they got rid of the baskets completely and gave you these. They made them even freaking bigger, introducing the new hoarding edition shopping cart for all your paranoid needs. I don't like the caption, but the shopping cart itself, that's what they've been doing to them. And you could fill that shopping cart up right now. It wouldn't be enough for the month, and that would be like $900 right there, and you still wouldn't have enough for the month. You'd still have to go back. And that's what I've been dealing with too, because like I said, I got paid. I spent like $200 in groceries and ended up, it's the 8th and I'm already out of groceries. Like I said, I did go to the food bank as well. You can go on Sundays, Wednesdays, and you get, let's see what you get, like 3 days worth of groceries there, if that. A lot of beans, like I said, a lot of pastas, bunch of canned foods. Like, definitely, I have like a whole cabinet full of tomato sauce because of the food bank, and I'm probably never gonna freaking use it. I bought a new 30 to 15 amp adapter, so if you find it, keep it. If I find it, I looked for it when I got back that night, and then again the next morning. I haven't seen it, but if I find it, I'll make sure you get it back, because you know, having a backup isn't a bad idea. And I'm pretty sure I already have an adapter. Is it like got a cord, or is it just like the piece that you plug into the 30 amp and it's got the 20 amp there? The timing chain was done 3 years ago, and it's already took a shit on you. That sucks, dude. Gonna show you. I got some memes of the week, and I don't know if it's gonna be every week. I don't know if it'll be only once a week, but right now that's what I'm calling it, memes of the week. I am collecting memes that I want to share with you guys that I thought was funny, that cracked me up a little bit. And here's the first one. This is when you really need instructions with pictures, because you definitely shouldn't be shitting like the guy. I don't know. I can shit however I want, but I think this is pretty funny. The bowl may break, and you may hurt yourself. And you know what I think this is? This is somebody from the Middle East. They don't sit. They squat. They have what's called squatty potties. They don't have toilet bowls like we do. Their bathrooms are basically a hole in the ground, and they squat over that hole in the ground, and that hole flushes. It literally will flush. Well, they come here, and all they have is the toilet bowls that you sit on, and they just aren't about it. So they squat over the toilet bowls. Apparently, they had enough of issues at this place that they had to put a sign on their bathroom. And I thought that cracked me up a little bit. Don't worry, I got more memes. That was just the first one. That seems, I don't know what you're saying. That seems backwat. I like this next meme because this is what you have to do sometimes to be getting your Amazon shipment. And this is what happens when you're a nomad and you be ordering from Amazon. There's no Amazon box nearby. Shipping to Forest Road 3102. It's like a few hundred yards past the burnt pine tree on the right. If my van isn't there, put it behind the manzanita bush. Oh, that's funny. I like that one. That cracked me up. Yep. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. I've ordered Domino's like this before, not down a Forest Service road, but like, hey, I'm across the street from this house and I'll have to give like the neighbor's address or something in the van. And it's worked. They've straight up got me my Domino's before, so it does happen, but I like that one. This one cracks me up because this is kind of what my dating profile looks like. I'll show you. Here we go. Be careful of those internet dating sites. His profile says he travels a lot and owns his own home. Oh man, that thing's crooked as hell. What happened to it? Too much weight. Too much weight on that. And why is the tire square? You see that square tire? Maybe it's got something on it, but he does travel a lot and he does own his own home. I dig it. I dig it. I got more memes. Don't worry, I got more memes. If anyone wants to send me memes, by the way, for this meme of the week, maybe your meme will make it onto the channel. Send them to my email, babylonianzig@gmail.com. Need to change that, but for now, that's what it is. This is how I'm feeling right now. This is exactly how I'm feeling right now. That pre-broke stage. Like, you ain't broke yet, but you can see it coming. That's me. That's me wondering how I'm going to eat for the rest of the month, especially with grocery prices being what they are, dude. It's a little insane out there. I spent $200 when I got paid, and those groceries are basically gone. I got a couple of sodas left, which I probably shouldn't have bought sodas, but I was like, well, I just got paid. I'm spoiled myself. So I got me some sodas, but they're about gone too. I'm about out of soda. I got a little bit of this left, so, it's making the pain hurt a little less. Hey, what's up, Caliphaz Dev? How you doing? $1,150 to fix his truck. Dave Lowe, my tech guy, one of the most helpful nomads I know. Here he is right here. He needs some help fixing his truck. It's $1,150 to fix his truck. He is broke down up in Washington. He just left here like a little over a week ago, 2 weeks ago. Here's his link if you guys are so inclined. Let me pull up your link, Dave. There you go. Desert Rat 96 on Venmo, Desert Rat 96 on Cashapp. And then, of course, my links are in the description of this video, as they are in the description of every one of my videos. Let me light this again. It's got that safety paper, so it goes out. I got my background up. You guys see the background? I got a nice, pretty back. I'm like a professional now. In fact, you guys, does the picture look a little better than it used to? Does it? Because here's the old one is right here. How gray is that? You see how it's washed out? There's a lot of noise in it. That's what that is noise. It's noise from the camera and the translation and the encoding and all that, the transcoding. So the new camera doesn't have all that noise. I think that it's way cleaner, much better picture. And I also think, since this is a USB here, I could probably switch back to my old camera and I could show you the new camera someone sent me from my wish list. And I'm pretty sure I could also use this because it's got a mount for a tripod. I could also use this to I think that I could use it as a security camera. I could plug it into one of my Raspberry Pis right here and use it as a security camera when I'm not here. I'm going to be tinkering with that here in the near future, but in the meantime, I got this camera. Whoa, that's a different angle. Let's see. Is that gooder? Yeah, I had this all perfectly adjusted before, but now, here we are. It's good enough for government work. We're homeless. This is the best I can do. 12 states, Dave says, 12 states just passed rules no sugar snack for EBT starting next year. That's fine. I mean, it's unfortunate, but it's also fine. I don't know. Actually, the more I think about it, I don't really like the fact that the government's deciding what poor people can and cannot eat. You know, I mean, like, that's fucking over the top, actually, a little bit. You'll be dealing cards again soon. I just dealt cards the other day. And I've got another event coming up next Wednesday too. I actually have pictures of it. I meant to send them to the laptop so I could show you. But I did just do a poker tournament. I've done 2 poker tournaments since Dave left, actually. One of them I got paid for already, but it was only a few hours, so I got like $60 plus a tip, which was $20. And then I did an event. What is today? See, this is how I do life. I don't even know what today is. Oh, today's Friday already? Jesus Christ, it's Friday. So I did an event on Wednesday, but I don't get paid for that until the 16th. And then I got another event on Wednesday that I got to do. Dude, a giant gust of wind just came by. Oh, that was crazy. Includes soda and birthday cakes. Doesn't matter for me, Dave. I don't have food stamps. I pay for my food with cash. But 12 states passed that rule. I wonder what states those are. We could look that up in a second. We're going to get on with the memes. Mischief says 21 shows Hyden Park this month. It's prime time in Bend. Dude, I can't even afford food. I'm here asking for help with food money. I'm not going to be able to go to any Hayden Homes Park concerts. I know exactly where you're talking about. It used to be the Les Schwab Amphitheater. Now it's the Hayden Park Amphitheater. Not too far from the last spot, Dave. Basically the same area. But this meme that I'm going to show you next, I think that I could relate. I know a few of us can. You don't necessarily have to be a van lifer to relate, but van lifers can relate because you're allowed to fart in your own house. This is how they found him. He was dead, and he couldn't find his keys to unlock the door from the inside. He was a book. Farted, can't breathe. I liked that meme. I cracked up with that meme. You deserve to see it too, so this is one of the memes of the week right here. I got more, don't worry, I got more, but we can keep chatting it up. I do like this one. This isn't necessarily a meme, it's just a fact. Dave and I out here be coddlewomping. We're coddywomp. Coddywomple. Jeez, I can read, I promise. To travel purposefully towards an as yet unknown destination. Coddywomple. That's basically what I'm out here doing. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know the end game, but I am purposefully traveling towards it. And I like that definition. We out here coddlewompling. That's hard to say, to be honest with you. We're definitely some English shit. Something I know a lot of you can appreciate is the fact that you're also the same age as old people. And it's weird. It's weird being the same age as old people. I know I'm like cutting off part of it, you know, like right here. Nope, right here. But that's what it says. It's weird being the same age as old people. Drive around aimlessly daily. Dude, when I got my motorcycle license, I did that with my motorcycle all the time. I would just go on like motorcycle rides and I'm literally going nowhere. But it's like when you're a kid and you're like, I'm just going to go ride my bike and you don't really go anywhere. You're just riding around the neighborhood. But yeah, this is how I have felt now that I should have just bought a bunch of snacks, dude, because when you didn't buy any snacks at the supermarket because you told yourself you need to stop snacking, but now you regret it. I spent $200, didn't get any snacks. I got some sodas. That was the closest to snacks I got. And I have already out of fucking food. And I should have just bought fucking snacks, dude. That's how I feel. That might be the last one. Let me see if I got any more. Oh, I do. How many of you can relate to this? This is also the thumbnail for my live stream today. But that's $20 for... I mean, obviously, this is AI, I'm sure. of it. Nobody's nails are that perfect. And, but yeah, $20 doesn't get you much food these days. And that's actually not a funny meme. That just is a little bit sad. Maybe I should just make these funny memes, huh? I like that most Oregon man, though. Got a motorcyclist checking me out. Where'd you go, bud? I can hear your bike, but I can't see his. Oh, just somebody trying to take a picture of their stuff. Yeah, I do be liking to drive around aimlessly from time to time, though. Rode over 300,000 on your Harley. Exactly where it came from old habits. Won't be long, and beef will all be in a pill. I think we're probably closer to cloned beef than we are pill beef, to be honest with you. I don't think there's anyone trying to put beef in a pill. But cloned meat, that is definitely something coming down the woodworks, guys. I don't mind it. That doesn't bug me at all. It's literally just meat. It's just no animal had to die to get it. What do y'all think of cloned meat? Would you eat it? Would you eat cloned beef, cloned chicken? 3D printed meat is real. I mean, that's what Spam is, basically. You could put that through a 3D printer. But cloned meat is literally, you're just cloning muscle, the muscle of an animal. And instead of an animal getting hurt, like, raised in shitty conditions and then sent to the slaughterhouse, our food will be made in, a factory that's cloning the meat. And, I mean, you could feed the whole world like that. You could literally feed the whole world like that. Yeah, clone meat, as Dave says, clone meat is real. It's just super expensive to do it right now. It is. And as the technology improves, it'll get cheaper and cheaper and smaller and smaller. That's what we do with technology. We make it cheaper and we make it cheaper and smaller. And they make it cheaper by mass production. They make it smaller by research. Like, for example, this is 2 whole computers. 2 whole ass computers. It has an HDMI port on it, 2 USB outlets. You can even plug a camera into it. It's got a CPU on it, a wireless card on it. There's 2 of them here. They're just attached to the same board. But everything just gets smaller and cheaper. This is $20 each for each of these, which I've had them laying around for a minute. So, what's up, Jeannie? Jeannie says, "What's up, Zig and Zag and Buddy? Mods and chat. These are my road dogs right here." They're just talking about clone meat and how much shit costs in the grocery store these days. And how, like, it won't be very long until we're at the grocery store. And, I just spent $200 at the grocery store less than a week ago. I don't know, it was about a week ago. And, yeah, I'm basically out of food already. And close to out of money. So I'm a little bit stressed out about this month. I had to pay my phone bill twice this month. I had to pay the insurance on the RV, which includes the van. It spills over to the van. I also had to pay the monthly bill to pay for the RV. Jeannie says, just driving and listen to this clone meat conversation. But yeah, it won't be very long until this is what the grocery store will be like. It'll be like you go to the grocery store, you can get this much beef for $20, bro. Look like Bitcoin miners boards. No, it doesn't. It doesn't look anything like a GPU. No, I mean, you could mine Bitcoin on one of these, but your odds of solving an equation is going to be like 1 in fucking 100 trillion. You know what I mean? Like, this is not... Okay, so, like, Bitcoin mining boards are GPUs, a graphics processing unit, and they're enormous, and they have these big fucking fans attached to them, and you usually have like dozens of them hooked to one like main PCIe board, and I don't have a GPU anywhere in my tech stuff. I can't afford that stuff. A GPU would be nice. I'd love to have a gaming computer, a gaming tower, or gaming PC, but it'll be cold day in hell until I can afford a GPU. Average, Mischief says he averages 75 a week for food. Oh man, you might be eating different than me, I guess, but 75 a week. I guess I could pull that off, but I'd be eating a lot of ramen and I don't know if groceries are different here, but 75 a week for food, 250 on cigs, and 200 for fuel, $50 for an ounce of weed. So I did get an ounce of weed when I got paid, and I've actually got a decent amount of it left. I have been cutting back. I've smoked like 2 joints a day, to be completely honest. And this is almost full, and I got another one that's like half full, and that's in a week, and that's the whole ounce. I've been definitely lowering my weed habit there. Really, food took me out. But also, like I said, I had to pay for insurance on the RV and the van. I had to pay for fuel in the van. Had to also go get water and dump, which was $20. I don't know, dude. It's just the RV is, there are things that are catching up to me. Dave says weed is crazy cheap here. I did spend like $100 on this ounce, but it was 2 half ounces. But I have to have somebody else basically go in to the store and get my weed for me because my license is still expired. I thought I'd have enough this month to be able to renew my license, but I just didn't. And I would be doing a live stream needing help with that, but I actually need more help with food than I do my license renewal. I feel like I can get away with another month basically without my license, but I am worried about it. Plus the RV does have this like alignment thing. Honestly, it feels like I got too much month and not enough paycheck. So that's where I'm at in life. All I can say is Kendall needs to get a job too. Just saying. Yeah, Jeannie's talking about her dog. If I could put my dogs to work, I would. But I did work. I just had a poker tournament 2 days ago that I dealt for, and then I'm also somebody else. There's another poker tournament on Wednesday that I wasn't scheduled for, but somebody decided not to do the event, and they called me as a backup. So we coordinated all that. Now I got another. Yeah, Dave's talking about the giving plate. Anyways, I got another event on Wednesday I'm working, so I won't get paid for that until the 16th. The giving plate that Dave mentioned is a food bank here, and I did go to the food bank also on Wednesday. But Dave, you know what they have there. Like last time we went there, we get like 2 little grocery bags full of food because the rest of the stuff was like, fucking canned peas, and there's a lot of stuff there that I just won't eat. No sense in taking it and then throwing it away. But I got everything else I could. They give you like 1 protein, which is like beef or whatever they have available. Sometimes they got steaks or whatever. I got 1 piece of fruit, a couple of potatoes, but that shit's all gone, dude. It's all gone. I eat that shit. They really only give you like 3 days worth of real food and then like beans, which I have a lot of beans now. I guess I could start boiling up beans. Oh man, you can tell. Now I'm lightheaded. You can tell that I haven't been smoking that much because it's actually making me way more stoned than usual. The Jukebox. What's up, man? I don't recognize that name. Welcome to the live stream. Jukebox says, left you a book. I see you're on because I am typing this. Can't watch it now. Got a few things I need to do. I'll watch tonight, dude. Be cool. Hey, well, welcome and goodbye. I'm sorry you can't catch up, but maybe I hope you watch it later. Left you a book. You left me a book. I don't know what that means. Did I get a book? I did actually get something really useful sent to me in my it wasn't even on my wish list, but they added it to the package they were already sending. I got 2 fire extinguishers now. Big shout out to you. You know who you are. Sent the fire extinguishers. Appreciate that very much. I do have a fire extinguisher that came with the RV. It's a little bit buried, and I honestly haven't checked it to see if it's even. It might be expired for all I know. So that would suck. There's a fire, and I like dig it out real quick, and then grab it, and then go to fight the fire, and it just spits out liquid instead of foam. Which is totally possible. But now I don't have to worry about that. Got 2, ABC fire extinguishers, pretty sweet. I know they're expensive because I bought 5 really nice fire extinguishers for the Ponderosa a few years back. Mitch just says, "Oh shit, my dog, another 70." Yeah, can't forget to feed the dogs. Shit, I'll tell you guys what I'm gonna use this money for. Hey Google, what's on my shopping list?
I can only share personal information once I verify your voice. Try going to Assistant Settings, then checking your voice match settings.
What in the fuck? That is... Huh? I was just talking to you before the live stream. That's never happened. Well, never mind. I can't do that, I guess. That's the strangest shit ever. Oh, in the comments, you left me a book. I got you. I buy eggs and flat of hash browns. Goes a long ways. $4 to $10. Good protein. I mean, I don't know where you're getting a flat. I do buy eggs. Eggs is definitely on my shopping list. I'm a little confused of why my Google can't talk to me now. And it bugs me. It bugs me. I should be able to talk to my Google. Hey, Google, are you there? It is my voice. This is why you don't do voice match. Hey, Google, are you there?
Of course I am. I'm always here for you whenever you need me. And I have a feeling this may be a good time to do something fun. Am I right?
No.
All right. I'll save the fun for later. Just tell me what I can help you with.
Retro Game says you're so boring, except you spelled your wrong. Then if I'm boring, why are you here? Like, if you find me boring, why are you here spelling basic words wrong? You didn't think I'd roast you about that? Retro games. That's funny that you mentioned that. I do be playing some retro games, though. Like, you didn't mention it. That's just your silly name. But I do be playing retro games. I have a Raspberry Pi that has every single Super Nintendo, Sega, PlayStation 1 game loaded on it. But I am going to check out your channel now since you're talking shit. Let's see who you are. Here is Mr. I Can't Spell Basic Words. It's really like a 3rd grade word. You guys want to see who this is? Let's check this out. This is the guy talking shit. Kid, probably. Retro Games 307, 18 whole subscribers, 9 videos. Preserving the nostalgia of games since 2015. Ooh. Oh man. I can see why you only have 18 subscribers. Like, you named this November 26, 2023. You didn't bother like doing a thumbnail or anything. Working in 64 that was purchased. Cool. Did you just quit? All of these are from over a year ago. Is it because they sucked and you forgot how to spell your? See, Google won't talk to you. Hey, Google, what's on my shopping list?
I can only do that once I verify your voice.
That's obnoxious.
Try going to Assistant Settings, then checking your voice match settings.
But you'll talk to me, right, Retro? You'll talk to me. You like being here spelling words wrong. Check this out. Let me help you out here. So if you're going to say, like, you're boring, it should look something like this. I got you, boo. Let's Let's fix this. I got you. I just want to help you out because you seem to be struggling a little bit, you know. And I wouldn't want you to go through life like not learning anything today. So when you're going to say something like you're boring, what you want to do is use that word instead. It's an actual contraction. A contraction means it's two different words, you know. You are boring. You're not saying you're, which is how you assign ownership to something. Like my boring, what? You didn't finish that sentence. You should have used this word so you didn't sound so fucking stupid. But, you know, you didn't. And you used the wrong your. And you didn't think I'd roast you about that? Like, you think this is like Facebook where you can be like, oh, you're just like doing spell check. Why am I having to do spell check? Why can't you just like, you know third grade words? You can hang out. I'm gonna let you stay because you seem to be fun. Bro, you know I'm playing. I don't know that you're playing. Why would I know that? You just came in here talking shit. Like, what the fuck? You didn't think I'd roast you? Like, I'm literally here saying, hey guys, I need help with food. Like, do I need to hold a sign that says hungry? Is that, but and then you come in here just being weird, dude. But you did learn something today. Like, that's cool. You did learn something. You were able to, like, fucking mischief. You were right, Zig, but spelled it all. You spelled my name right, dude. I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, we just don't talk to people like that. I don't know where you learned how to, interact with people, but that ain't it. I mean, I'll roast Dave. Dave loves the guy I roast. That's why he's a fucking hot dog. Also pitching his links again real quick. Desert Rat 96. He is broke down in a mechanic shop, and it's a big repair. So anyone wants to help out, that'd be pretty sweet. I wouldn't be mad if you send Dave money and didn't send me money. I'll be, hungry, but okay. God, that was a weird situation. Oh. Shut up, Dave. I spelled your links right. You don't spell my name and Zag's name wrong. You guys want to see what else I did? I actually like this a lot. It didn't take me very long. This was actually one of the computer tinkering things that I did that I made my own website. No, you can't see it because it's only on my local network, and it's really not like a website for, like, I'll show you. This is something that I made recently. It's let's see if I can move this a little. There we go. So you can see it says not secured up here. This is HTTP, not HTTPS. And Raspberry.nomad. First of all, I made Raspberry is just a computer it's on. Nomad is my network. I made a network on my local network called Nomad. So if I was to want to go to my Jellyfin server, which I need to rename that to Zigflix, I would hit that link and it'll take me. This is like my portal to all of my home lab, all the home lab things that I do. But Jellyfin, yeah, if I wanted to go there, I just hit that button and here's all of my movies and TV shows I can watch off of my hard drive. And like, let's say I wanted to see how my router is doing, I could just click that, takes me right to my router. And you can see it's just an IP address up here. But it does take me to my router. And this one, same thing. If I wanted to see how my downloads are doing, see, this is hive.nomad. I made the .nomad. I like this. This is just cleans everything up a little bit. Here's all my downloads coming in. The Life of Chuck. I haven't seen this movie. I just saw it and it looked interesting. So just downloaded the new Dexter episode. But let me stop that. But yeah, that portal I think is pretty sweet. It took me about 20 minutes. This is how I spend my time. If I wanted to see my pie hole, I think I got a nice looking pie hole. What do you think? Do you like my pie hole? Let me log into here. Log into my pie hole. Now you all are in my pie hole. What do you think of that? You like being in the pie hole? It's a pretty pie hole. Look at all this colors. But this is how I get around my network. Previously, you know what I was doing? I was typing in the IP addresses. Like, if I go to my router here, you'll see it's an IP address, but it's a local IP address. I was having to type that in whenever I wanted to get to any of these pages. And it was getting really obnoxious. So I made this HTML page that I broadcast on my network, and then I can get around to all my home lab stuff a lot easier. Anyways, that's what I'd be doing with my time. You know, when I should be like fucking doing dishes or like cleaning my van because it's a bit of a mess. And I don't know, like if I got good enough at this stuff, I could probably get some like entry level computer analyst job or something. Or maybe even do gig work building people websites. You know, like if you need a website built, I could like maybe find gig work on Craigslist. I've thought about that for sure. Right and wrong. God, you guys are just screwing me up with all this misspelling. You're doing it on purpose now. That's pretty clever, actually. That's pretty funny right there. Since I got this software, it seems like, should I just get like headphones and a microphone too, so you guys I could be a real podcaster? I could have guests on. I'd like to actually have some guests on. Maybe other nomads I could interview. And I really wish that Dave could live stream because I could have him on as a guest. And I thought about this, Dave. Maybe one of these days we could FaceTime and I could share my phone over FaceTime. I just don't know how smooth that would be. It might actually be pretty laggy. But I was trying to figure out a way for us to like stream. Oh, I could do it if we got like did it through like Zoom or something, I guess. I'm gonna go find me some memes about spelling shit wrong because now we're on that. I do need memes about that because I do be calling people out. Oh, have you ever seen the pregnant? All the ways that people misspell pregnant? Oh man, if you haven't seen that one, I don't know how to show it to you. No, these memes fucking suck. Yeah, well, I'm not gonna do this for very long. Jeannie says I don't have a microphone. I mean, you have a phone, right? Your phone has a microphone. Streamlabs, what about it? Like, if you were here, Dave, I could have two cameras going and, you know, switch back and forth between the two cameras like I was doing with, like here it is again. This is the old camera I was using. You guys notice that my picture looks better? Like, way better, doesn't it? This is the old camera I was using. This is the one attached to my laptop. And this is the webcam that was recently sent to me from my wish list. I'll show you the webcam. It's pretty sweet. I dig it. I just started tinkering with it today. I think I could also use it as a security camera when I'm not here. I could plug it into my Raspberry Pi and put it up somewhere nonchalant. You might be pregnant. Yeah, exactly. But it's 1080p, where I think this one that you're looking at me now through is 720. Oh, no, right there. And it's slick, dude. And I think I am using the microphone from that. So if my audio sounds better, that's why. So this is the new camera. So it might, like, you can see the difference. It's quite a change. Why am I hearing sirens? I'm way out in the woods. And horns. What in the fuck is going on? Oh, if you have Streamlabs. I was making. That's crazy. I can't see the highway from where I'm at, but they're going past me on the highway. You guys hear it? The only thing I worry about out here, the main thing I worry about out here is fires. Last year, if you guys remember, we got evacuated twice in 2 days from 2 different fires. And we've been real lucky this season. You know, it hasn't. We had a 1 day of smoke, maybe 2 days of smoke, and it's been nice ever since. So, so if you have Streamlabs, you can bring people up. I need to put. I got so many tinkering projects that I need to do, like set up a security camera for one. There's been. I would also like to host a local AI here. I need to set up a remote desktop for my PC. Even my mini PC, I've been considering switching it to Linux and instead of Windows. That was weird. I bet you there's like an accident or something. And then now, yeah, also get Streamlabs figured out and working because I have been trying and it, like I've given it, I'm not technically like I know tech, you know, I know I made my own website, you know, and but nevertheless, like Streamlabs be kicking my ass. There are some bugs in it. The first time I tried to use it, every time I tried to start a stream, it would fail. And then I logged into it on my computer, and apparently there was a permission that only pops up if you log into it on a computer. And I had set everything up on my phone. So then I tried last week to use Streamlabs, and when I hit start stream, nothing fucking happened. It just sat there and frozen, and it would just like it was trying to but couldn't. Like straight up, like Streamlabs, I've struggled with. So, dude, this guy is back with his Z's. That's your OnlyFans cam, silly. That's in the back. That's behind the screens. You gotta pay extra for that. Which, as you can see, I'm here asking for fucking food money. I'm not making much on my OnlyFans. Dang, I can see your aura in that cam. Yeah. How'd you get a crown, Retro? You guys need to talk more than this guy. So he can, I'm gonna just roast you the whole time. Well, this fly be pissing me off too. There's Retro flying around my RV. I'm so disappointed in my coffee. I'm also out of coffee. I made some coffee this morning, and then when I heated it up for this live stream, and fucking burnt it while I was heating it up, and I could definitely taste burnt coffee, and now it's not even very good anymore. And this is actually like the last little bit of some decent. I spoiled myself a little bit when I went shopping, which maybe I shouldn't have, but I also and I got some good coffee, which I wasn't sure about it. They didn't have the coffee I actually like, which is French vanilla Dunkin' Donuts. Nothing special. I just really like that coffee. But this was about the same price, but you got a little less coffee, and now it's empty. But Death Wish coffee, you guys ever seen this stuff? Dark roast Death Wish coffee. I liked this a lot. I'm not gonna have to be able to get it very often. I usually just be getting me a giant thing of Folgers, which is what I should have done. I'm kind of kicking myself in the ass, but that was the last little bit of it, and I fucking burnt it, warming it back up because I wasn't paying attention. So, a little bummed about that. I'd be less boring, Retro, if you had something to say. You got anything to say? Maybe we could talk about retro games. I could even spin up right now. I can spin up one of my Raspberry Pis, and we can like battle it out on fucking. What do you want to play, Mario Kart? I'll fuck you up at Mario Kart, bro. See, you merely adopted Mario Kart. I was born into it, boy. Surprised you're not playing Battlefield 6 right now. That's not retro though. Is there a Battlefield 6? Hold on, dude. Battlefield's one of the best fucking war games, like, that you can play on console. Is there a Battlefield 6? The last Battlefield was garbage. There is. See, I don't have a console. I don't play video games no more. Not really. Just what I can play in here and host, like, but when I did play video games, Battlefield was my jam. Battlefield 4 was Battlefield 3. In fact, Battlefield 4 had attack choppers like Apaches and shit. And me and a friend of mine that I knew in real life, we used to both hop in the Apache, and we were top tier in the entire world, which the top tier has like 1,000 players. We were top tier in the world for that vehicle, and it ranks you for weapons and vehicles and classes, all this stuff. But for that vehicle, we were at the top 1,000 because we would wreck motherfuckers with it. But they got rid of it on all the other new games. And the last Battlefield was garbage. 2042 was absolute disappointment. Yeah, new game came out on beta yesterday. Jeannie, how do you know that? How do you know that? That's so funny. You know what I am playing, though? I run a RetroPie on one of my Raspberry Pis. I have a SD card right here that I put into my Raspberry Pi. Even says retro, and it's got your fucking name on it. And I spelled it right. Look at that. And I plug it into my Raspberry Pi, and then I got this controller that I'll grab. And it's right here. You want to talk fucking retro, boy? What do you know about this? What do you know about this? You don't know shit about this. This is a real controller. This is a man's controller right here. You don't need no fucking triggers on the back. Just screws holding this plastic shit together. That's how you do it. That's how you fucking save Zelda, motherfucker. That's how you get Princess Peach away from Bowser. Like with one of these. You out there with Bluetooth controllers and shit. This has still got a wire on it. You know, what do you know about retro? Sit the fuck down. Steam and a PlayStation 5 controller is how your brother does it. Yeah, Steam is actually pretty legit, Dave. But again, I don't have a gaming computer. I do have a PlayStation 5 controller, a Bluetooth into my computer for playing a couple of games, but I haven't played video games very much lately, honestly. Well, the game I do get fucking I dive deep into and have like bouts of addiction with is Minecraft, but that's okay. I don't mind it. Minecraft's a fun game. Old Nintendo. This would have been, yeah, the original Nintendo had 2 buttons over here. And the Super Nintendo had 4, and they added the bumpers on the top. So this is a Super Nintendo controller. And it wasn't until the N64 that they added a joystick, but it was one joystick, and it was super awkward. The whole controller was awkward because they just added like a lump down here with a trigger on the back and a joystick. But then you still had 4 buttons over here, and you had the D-pad, and you had the bumpers, so it was super awkward. They'd actually have done better. The PlayStation like innovated the controller. Retro says, my mom's in prison right now. She got busted growing meth plants. That's pretty retro too, bro. Like, she's up there fucking growing sativas. I'm not. Hey, Dave, look for that picture. You know which one I'm talking about. See if we can bring it up. Dang buzz killer, but I don't think meth doesn't grow on plants. No, meth does not grow on plants. It grows on Breaking Bad. But they do have poppies that grow on plants. They have to, they grow on meth plants, but they gotta grow out of like chemistry beakers and stuff. Yeah, I figured there'd be at least one AI generated picture of meth plants, but there's definitely not. That's too bad. Sega Genesis. Yeah, Sega had the 3 buttons, and they had the bumpers. So Sega's controller was similar to this, more or less, but it had 3 buttons, big fucking buttons that went across the original Sega console. I mean, Atari was the first to do the joystick, though, because they had a controller you held like this, and had a bumper on this side, and a bumper on this side, and a joystick. And it was like a little tiny arcade controller in your hand. That's Hero that grows poppy. Yeah, I did find poppy. As a matter of fact, I did find pictures of poppy plants, but I did not find pictures of meth plants, which is unfortunate. That would have been funny. I'll generate that later. But this is, I mean, I did find fucking poppy pictures. Yeah, don't be a dick. Retro. Shouldn't you be gaming? Shouldn't you be being Link and saving Zelda? Venmo for the fur babies. Did I get a Venmo? I don't know why the notifications for Venmo never work. I've got them on. As soon as I open it. Hey, Kenneth with the first donation for Zag and Buddy. I appreciate that. $10, dude. That will help me with dog food. They got like half a bag of dog food right now, but like having a bigger dog now, like, by the way, Zag eats like $30 in dog food every month, but now I've got Buddy, and that jacks my fucking dog food bill up to like another, like, it's like $60-$70 a month now to feed Buddy. AI said closest to a meth plant is an ephedra plant. Yeah, I guess that would do it. You could just grow some stackers. You guys remember stackers? Finish that shift at 7-Eleven. Battlefield. Oh, finish that shift at 7-Eleven. Battlefield awaits. Just saying, dude. I'd be playing Battlefield if I could afford a console. But then, if I got a console, that means that I would also need to get internet, because my fucking whole internet for my whole home lab is running off of my old cell phone. And that dinged me a lot this month too, because I was a month behind on my cell phone bill. So I had to pay my cell phone bill twice. Kenneth, I really appreciate that donation, dude. I am struggling right now for food and stuff. The dogs are fine for now, but that won't last forever. But that'll definitely go towards the dogs, dude. If anyone else wants to kick down, you ain't got to be a baller to donate $1. You know, Kenneth sent $10. If you sent $10 and they sent $10 and we sent $10, I'd be sitting pretty on groceries. In fact, I can totally show you. Let me move some stuff off of my fridge, and I can show you what's in it. It's going to be kind of funny here, but I don't know how the screen is. Let me see. Yeah. So I got some juice down here. That's a weird angle. I got some juice, a soda, some barbecue sauce, some cheese, and cream cheese, and butter. And I do have a little pantry here with like some spaghetti noodles in it and canned sauces and whatnot. It's not like I'm gonna go completely hungry, but no, I was just playing with y'all. I was born with SIDS, so sometimes I say things I should say. Bro, we all wish you had SIDS. We're all praying for you to get SIDS, don't worry. No one deserves it more, buddy. You're welcome. Would do more if I could. Dude, you did do more. You did more. Don't feel bad. And you spelled your correct. You missed, Retro, take note of that. Would do more if you could. Man, you did more. You don't have to feel bad at all. I appreciate that help very much. Well, are you sure? You sure it wasn't ADHD or Tourette's? Mostly likely it was Asperger's. You know, like they struggle with social cues. I'm gonna just roast you from now on, retro. It's gonna be really retro. Like, I'm rubber, you're glue. Whatever you say. I'd rather roast people like this than bitch about politics. But retro, you do sound like you be like Chris Hansen might have cock-blocked you before. You know, I'm gonna grab one of the sodas. And this soda is not retro. I never had it before. I just got kind of bored with my flavor of soda, which is fucking cherry Pepsi. And I saw this one, which was cherry Pepsi and cream. So, got some cream in there. Got some cream. He's out Googling who Chris Hansen is right now. Yeah, life is good out here. Man, I got a pretty dark humor. G says I suffer from sarcasm and dry humor. My humor is pretty dry, dude. I think that's a byproduct of trauma a lot of people face, like overseas it was like this, right? Like, you go through horrible shit, and that doesn't mean that your human nature is gone. You still have to force yourself to laugh. It's just human nature to find things to be funny. And so in the military, at the very least, and people who have experienced a lot of trauma have had to find humor in the darkest of situations, and it helps you cope, right? It's a coping mechanism. It helps soften the blow of the trauma sometimes. And so my humor is quite dark, dude. Like, it's darker than my coffee. It's so dark you would probably segregate it 50 years ago. Like, you would keep it out of your society. My sense of humor would have to use its own drinking fountain. Humor is the best medicine, just saying. It really is. I mean, not, if you have an infection, then you might want to get some antibiotics. You're not just going to laugh that bacteria away, but it is good medicine for, like, all the hurts inside. You know what I mean? You know what else is good medicine for all those inside hurts? Fucking hugs, dude. Hugs. Good medicine. Hanging out with the community. Going for a walk. Loving on your dog. These are all really healthy ways to, writing in a journal, which I need to get back into. But laughter is a good one. I find myself doom scrolling sometimes, just going through comedians that crack me the fuck up. Dave says my humor sits at the back of the bus. Yeah, that's right. Right where it belongs. I named my humor Toby, and it's been arguing with me about it ever since. Everybody moved to the back of the bus. Dude, it's so funny. Like, they fought for the right to not be segregated to the back of the bus, but then they released that song. Hey, yo, what's that fuss? Everybody move to the back of the bus. Like, come on, bro. What's the difference between Kobe Bryant flying a helicopter and making a layup? When he does a layup, he sticks the landing. Did you know that Kobe Bryant had dandruff? Did you know this? Yeah, they found his head and shoulders at the crash site. Princess Diana, too. She had dandruff. Hey, you know what the opposite of Christopher Reeves is? Christopher Walken. Yeah, I got jokes. I'll give you another joke for Don't Know. I'll give you another joke for a dono. Who wants to be the first dono? Then I'll Google a joke. Hey, I did get another dono. I did. Yo, first of all, usually there's only like 2 people who use Venmo. But now you guys are just sending it on Venmo right now. I appreciate that, you guys. That's $20 towards my food bill. I could definitely eat pretty good today and get the dogs a little bit. I think I'm gonna save up that $10 for the dog food because their dog food's like $40 for the bag. But yeah, I got a joke for you since I got a dono. How many babies does it take to paint a house? You know, I get this one because I'm a painter by trade. If you know, I do know the trade of painting. But how many babies does it take to paint a house? It depends on how hard you throw them. What did you do, Dave? Oh, trying to steal the number 1. You got the crown. You got that number 2 spot. Kicked Retro down where he belongs. Know your place, you peasant. That's because we're cool. Hell yeah. You are cool, Genie. Your dog's cute as shit, too. Is that episode of Dexter finished downloading? It is. I'm actually excited about this. Have you guys been staying up on that Dexter show, the new one? I mean, I don't know if you have, but that's a good show. He doesn't travel as far in a helicopter. Bro, that was like 30 minutes ago. He doesn't travel as far in a helicopter to do a layup. I forgot all about that joke because I just rolled it into my joke about him having dandruff. I don't know why people, when they like have like paper or whatever, they throw it somewhere and it makes it and they go, Kobe, because he fucking missed the landing zone. I got more jokes for more donos. $1 gets you a joke. I should have set up, dude. It's hard to like plan out a live stream. I'm not really like, I gotta watch more Joe Rogan, I guess, which I'm not really a fan of him. But you know, I now have a tech guy. Dave Lowe over here in the sound studio, controlling everything that's going on. And I could probably add more stuff to the live stream. Where you at the greenhouse or the lab? Growing them ephedra plants. Yeah, cherries and cream. Cherries and cream. Reminds me of Retro's mom. Nah, Theo Vaughn is funnier. He is actually. I don't know how, dude, his brain works sideways or something because, you know, I remember watching just yesterday this video of Theo Vaughn. This black dude was like, if you woke up black, what would you do? And he's like, you know what? I think the first thing I'd do, and the dude goes, say the N-word. He's like, nah, but I'd write it down. He was just so quick on it, and I don't know how his brain works like that. No, I wouldn't say it, but I'd write it down. Like, okay, bro. Bring up that clip, Dave. Yeah, that's exactly what we're going to be doing. We're going to be, I wish I actually did have a tech guy. Yeah, this is fucking crazy. Hold on. I'm gonna have an ad before I get to play it. Nope, that's the ad. Or is that it all? Let me try it again. Dude, he's just a real one. This isn't the right clip, but this is the same joke. And you can't hear it. I know. This is why.
A guy come in here and drop the N-word, man. We cannot be laughing about this shit right now.
Oh, I don't think that shit's funny at all. What I do is if I really need to get it out, I'll write it down.
What?
You know,
What?
that's what y'all.
Oh, that's crazy. If I need to get it out, I write it down. Yeah, I don't say it. I don't really say it. I don't say that word. I do be, I mean, I have had some moments in traffic, but, you know, for the most part, I don't be saying that. I don't be saying it. I definitely say it when I sing their music. It's in their lyrics. I'm going to say it. Like, fucking, if you want to string me up for that. But I be honest. I'll be singing it when I listen to Tupac. I like his humor. He's humble, not performative. Not performative BS. Yeah, dude, he is like, he's quick. Yeah, thanks for bringing that up, Dave. Dave, my tech guy, in there in the sound studio, working hard in the background. You guys don't see him very often, but there he is. Of course, it's one solid line of mustard, no ketchup. He doesn't deal with that bullshit. Hey, D-Lo, bring that up. Spin that shit. You know, something else I just found out is that YouTube's going to start cracking down on AI music, which really sucks for me, because that's the music I use. The reality is YouTube does have a collection of, they do have a collection of music that you're allowed to use, but you can't download it to your own system, right? You have to use their video editing software online and upload your video. And once it's uploaded, once I have like my whole video uploaded, then I get to put the music in. But there's no way to control the volume of the music as it plays. Like, that's how I do my videos. I have to be a fucking audio engineer too, and change the volume at different parts of the video so it fades in and out a little bit easier and it flows a little better. You can't do that shit on what's it called? On their software, on YouTube software. So, and they're cracking down on AI music, which is what I use. I did have the software I'm using to edit my videos, did have a whole collection of music that was open source and it was fine to use on YouTube. But now their entire music collection is owned by Meta, and I can't use that on my YouTube videos anymore. So they have an AI music generator that's just so basic. It doesn't actually play great music. So the music you've been hearing on my videos in the last couple of months, been using that. It's been fine. Hasn't gotten flagged for any copyright violations, but now they're going to crack down on that, which for little ass creators like me makes it a little pain in the ass to go on, have to upload my whole video now and then edit all the audio online, and it's super laggy too. Like, it's their fucking YouTube is just obnoxious lately. So I'm hoping that maybe they don't catch it. Or maybe I can find a way to download their music onto my system, because if I have it on my system, then I can send it to my phone. It's just a whole process. And then I can send it to my phone, and then I can change the audio volumes and stuff as it plays. Then I'd be able to do what I want. But too many rules. Yeah, I don't see why. Like, I do understand why they have copyright rules where I can't just use anyone's music in my videos and then make money off that. Makes fucking perfect sense to me. I'm cool with it, but I'm not ripping off anyone. AI is not getting hurt. They're not losing money. They're getting money. You know, YouTube's able to get money. Little creators like me are able to generate music that we can use and not get in trouble for. So, like, I don't see why they do that shit. It doesn't make any damn sense to me, but, you know, it is what it is. Well, like, I'll say it in traffic. Nobody can hear me. Jeannie, you are of a darker persuasion than me. Like, I'm about as European as they get. So I think you might get closer to a pass than I do. I don't know your ethnic background, but you know, you got a little bit more melanin. I think you could I think it'd be easier for you to get away with it than me. Dave says, I've been meme coined too. Slabcoin made a Dave Lowe meme coin. So Slabcoin, we don't know who it is. I don't know who it is. But someone in the Facebook groups lately, the Slab City Facebook groups, that has been going around saying they were making meme coins. Slabcoin, trying to start its own currency in Slab City. And I've seen their posts. I haven't really interacted with them yet. But I've seen some of their trolls that they're doing. It's a pretty clever troll. Not nearly as clever as the troll that Dave and I got hit with. That was pretty good. Fucking Porter sent us on a wild goose chase to go get burgers. Like $20 burgers too. That place was bougie. That was a nice spot. I got more jokes, you guys. Joke for $1, $1 joke. Got jokes? Anybody want a joke? Jeannie is my homeboy. You hear that, Jeannie? You're somebody's homeboy. Jeannie said, I don't know about that. I hurt feelings too. Yeah, that's fair. Let me see. Here he is. I know that Hippie got meme coined. I did get cartooned once. Aw. In memory of George. I didn't see this one. George got meme coined. This one's cool. That's George right there. In memory of George, the desert remember its own. That's fucking cool. George was the guy that used to own this RV I'm in right now. He's the one that used to own Buddy as well. Buddy is now my dog. I didn't know that Slabcoin did that. That one's pretty cool. I like that one. That one should be an actual coin. We could trade on the on the blockchain. Sparking, I'll be your homegirl instead. That's right, Jeannie. You tell him. I'll hang out in basements. Wrecked. I don't see you, Dave. I don't see the meme coin of Dave. I do see one of Doohippie. Oh, I could chat from here? I can. I could have just gone like this. I could have just done that the whole time. See that? I didn't have to go all fancy with it. I could have just, taught you about contractions through the chat. I didn't know there was a chat bar there. That's cool. I dig it. Did I smoke that joint? Not all of it. Here's still some left. What do you guys think? Y'all don't like jokes. I'll give you another joke for free as soon as I find my lighter. Where the hell did my lighter go? Oh. We should have a little tiny back hand. Like a hand on your back so you could scratch your own back. There it is. Whole new world right there. Hell yeah, it is, Genie. I mean, if you're a genie, we can. I'll be Aladdin. We'll find a Jasmine and sing "It's a Whole New World." It's a whole new world. That's a retro song. I am boring. You right. I'm boring. But I did make this sweet dashboard website. That's how boring I am. And now I can get to all my links way faster. Like I can see what's going on in my jellyfin. The logos just shouldn't look like that. The logos are all messed up, but I kind of dig how the logos look. Get to watch the new episode of Dexter, whatever the fuck this is, The Life of Chuck. In this extraordinary story of an ordinary man, Charles Chuck Krantz experiences the wonder of love and heartbreak and loss and the multitudes contained in all of us. That sounds fucking terrible. Who's in this? Oh, Tom Hiddleston. I don't mind him. Oh yeah, this what is his name? I never knew his name. Chiwetel? My name is Chiwetel. What up, guys? I'm Chiwetel. Hi, my name's Chiwetel. That's fun to say. I don't even want to try his last name. I'm gonna butcher this. Ejiofor. And that's British? No, it's not. That's not a British name. You're making shit up. Wishes ain't free. Money, money, money. Blame inflation. It's true. Inflation be fucking us all up. Mark Hamill's in it? Dude, this has got a weird cast. Got fucking Luke Skywalker on one hand. Oops. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Luke Skywalker's in this movie. But so is Loki. I don't know who that is. And then this dude, I forget what else he's in, but I recognize his face, not his name. What a weird cast. Maybe I'll watch this later. If it's boring, I'll let you know. But that's how boring I am. If it's boring, I'm gonna definitely recommend it to Retro. Oh, are you not entertained? You know what would be more boring? See? I told you. Maybe my next live stream I will fire up the Raspberry Pi and actually show some retro games, because I mean you didn't. All you needed to spend was like $20 and you could have gotten yourself a video capture card and your channel would have been way cooler. I know you're still here as I roast you for my whole live stream. I do wish this thing would tell me how long I've been live streaming. Oh wait, there it is. An hour. It does show. This whole time, I've been looking in the wrong spot. An hour and 55 minutes. So you guys got me for 5 more minutes. Be a 2-hour live stream, and then I'll boogie on. Might be another live stream later now that I got this slick ass camera right here. And I'm also gonna try to figure out how to make this a security camera. And so I can make sure, I don't know if you guys caught it at the beginning of the live stream, but somebody poured fucking gasoline in Buddy's dog bowl while I was at the store for a couple of hours. Like, it was about a week ago. And I've been pretty, like, at first I was like, there's no way somebody did that. Like, maybe it's leaking from somewhere because it was like half underneath the RV and half out of the RV. And so I was looking underneath the RV to see if there's leaks, but there's nothing leaking around the RV. And it doesn't have gasoline, it's got diesel, which I don't know if I'd be able to tell the difference between the smells of those two anyways, but nevertheless, I couldn't find any reason that there would be fucking gasoline in Buddy's dog bowl. I couldn't think of a fucking reason attached to my RV. It also rained a little bit, but when I walked up, he was inside of the RV. Thankfully, he didn't have access to it. I noticed there was a big old fucking fat beetle in his dog dish, and I was like, "Oh, let me clean that up before I let him out." And I picked it up, but there was also some other stuff in it, and it was like almost like cooking oil, you know, where it separates, but it didn't quite separate, so it was starting to try to mix or whatever, and it smelled like fucking gasoline, and I was like, no fucking way. And I smelled it a few times, kept smelling it, and I was like, it's gasoline, and I tossed it out, and I kept smelling the bowl because I was like, no fucking way. I couldn't believe my fucking mind. I was like looking around, like, who the fuck? I haven't washed that dish out yet because I want it to keep smelling like gasoline, so I know I'm not fucking crazy. It's underneath my storage now. Buddy doesn't. Yeah, I haven't used it yet again, but so yeah, that's motivated me to want to build a security camera system in this, and I do have 2 Raspberry Pis. I'd actually really love to have another one. And these are old ones, and I don't know how good it's going to run the camera. But I also have a Raspberry Pi camera. Let me grab it. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. This little camera. Let me find it real quick. Oops. This is what I spoiled myself with after, I guess spoiled myself. This is what I spoiled myself with after I found that gasoline in Buddy's water dish. And it's this. It's a connection ribbon and a little tiny camera, right? And you could mount this inside of anything. And it's like, yeah, it'll just be, and then I'll connect it with this end. And it says I disconnected. Did I really disconnect? No, there we go. Okay, that was weird. I got this for myself, so because for one, I really like to tinker, but 2, so I can make my own security system, so I know what's going on with my house if I'm not here. I also worry about fires, so I turn off all my electrical stuff before I leave, so I don't have to worry about fires. But that doesn't mean there is no fear of fires, so I worry about that. It'd be nice to be able to see what's going on inside of my house. There is ways I can't really the one benefit you get from buying your own security system is that they operate it in the cloud, which means you can see what's going on with your security system when you're not home. I won't be able to do that. Not with the internet that I use. I can't port forward. I can't access my system from outside, you know, from the internet. So the way around that is I could program the Raspberry Pi to take, you know, one video, like instead of doing 30 frames a second, I could literally do 1 frame a second and have that compiled into a video after, you know, 5 minutes, and it'll send a video, it'll just email it to a dedicated email address that just, boom, email. And that's all it ever gets. So I could log into that and be able to see what's going on in my system every 5 minutes. And it would be saved. So that's what I'm going to end up doing with this little camera. I have 2 Raspberry Pis. They're the old model, they're Raspberry Pi 3s. Now they're on the Raspberry Pi 5. I don't know how good these Raspberry Pis are going to do with this camera. I haven't had a chance to get it all set up yet. But that's probably another tinkering thing that I need to do is set up these security cameras. And on that same note, this webcam that I'm using, I'm pretty sure I could plug it into the Raspberry Pi and do all that too. So I could actually have I have 2 Raspberry Pis, I have 2 cameras, I could put them up in different spots. And then I also have these, but these, that camera I showed you has a ribbon. The ribbon's not the right size for these ones, but I could also put a camera on these if I was to get the ribbon. It's like $6, but $6 right now I would just spend on groceries instead. But once I get that ribbon, so I can make the connection to a camera, one of these cameras, then I could have a couple of more. Let's spend $40 more, and then get the ribbon, so $50, and then I could connect these and put them in various spots, have them all wirelessly connect to my PC over here, and have it do all the magic behind the scenes to email me. I have a dedicated email address that sends all those videos to, so every 5 minutes I could have potentially 3 different cameras set up, and I'm getting updates on inside of my RV, outside of my RV. It's not exactly live. I'm not sure how I could do a live. Actually, I have an idea for that too, but I'm not sure it would work. I just got some limitations since I'm using cell phone networks for my internet. My whole system runs off of a cell phone network, so that does limit what you can do as opposed to like home internet. It's just designed differently. That's messed up. You need cameras out there. People fucking suck. Yeah, that is fucked up. I've been actually kind of mad about this for a minute. So the camera thing, now this HDMI camera that, I got sent to me for this purpose, when I'm not live streaming, I could have it set up as a webcam. But that means I'd have to leave some electronics on. I would have to at least have my router going, and have the Raspberry Pis going. And my router can run off of a USB-C, and the Raspberry Pis can run off USB-C. In fact, I can run them off of like a battery pack, but I don't know. I'll have to figure all that out. That's more tinkering. You got to come out with when you live this life like this, you got to figure out what's the word I'm looking for? You have to figure out ways around doing what you might have to do in a house that it's super easy. Like just even getting water, you have to find ways to get water. I need 100 and something gallons of water, right? So where do you go to get 100 and something gallons of water? You could go to RV parks and spend a bunch of money, or campgrounds that offer that, which there's not a whole lot that do. And since you're out there camping, they'd charge you even a little extra money to dump. Which I know I'm gonna need to dump here pretty soon. Fucking too much month, you guys. Stresses me out. Too much month. But yeah, I'd like to get these security cameras set up as soon as I can. There is a newer Raspberry Pi on my wish list, but there's also some of the older models that would work just fine too. But I need to get them set up because finding gasoline in Buddy's water dish blew my mind. I don't know why people would do that. I didn't even know why people would think that up. How that even got into your fucking head. That oh, that's clearly a fucking dog's water dish. His little bed, I have a little pillow bed for him that I put outside with him too, so he's not sleeping on asphalt or whatever if that's where we are. And so they knew it was for a dog. They knew it was a dog's water dish, and they still poured gasoline in it. I've tried to think of any other reason that there might end up with fuel in that somehow, and there's no leaks from that area. It's nothing like that. It's just some evil piece of shit. Because some people are soulless piles of garbage. Yeah, that's the truth. Couldn't agree more. So I'm obviously a dog lover. I just find it disappointing. People just disappoint me. You know what I mean? Like, maybe it was aimed at me because they don't like homeless people or something. I'm not really sure. That is something that I worry about too. So maybe it was aimed at me, but at the same time, like, what does the dog got to do with that? It just makes me mad. This is my mad face. And this is my too much month face. The pre-broke stage, like you ain't broke yet, but you can see it coming. Oh, that one was like, got my heartstrings a little bit. I was like, yeah, Shrek, we get it, Shrek. I think all of us do. Maybe you need to do Streamlabs. Then I can bring other people into the live stream and like interview them. You know who else I'd like to interview? I don't know if you guys have kept up. Like, for those of you who have kept up with my channel, I have featured some music on my channel. Not a whole lot. Peter Campbell is a good example. I did a video. Peter Campbell's now passed away, which he was hanging in there for a long time, but he passed away, and he wrote a song called Slab City Blues that he sang at the range all the time. Everybody knew that song. So one of the days he was at Ponderosa singing that song, I recorded him, and I did a whole little music video about it. I also did that for someone called Nova Black. And Nova Black, if you go back on my channel, did a song about Slab City that I featured on my channel, and the audio wasn't great or anything. I did the best I could with the equipment I have, but I've been encouraging Nova to do social media now for like over a year or so. And Nova started doing TikTok, and TikTok went really well. I visited her in Vegas when I went through on my way north and suggested maybe they try also doing it on YouTube. And so they're posting their videos to both YouTube and TikTok now. And check out how good she has done since look at this. This is a pretty new channel, 25 videos. Retro Take Notes. She joined September 5th, 2023, but didn't start posting videos that early. Her videos started posting just a few weeks back, maybe like a month. 236,000 subscribers. 236,000 subscribers. That's 250,000 subscribers on her channel already. And I've just so fucking stoked for her. If you guys haven't gone over to her channel and checked her out, she's on TikTok, she's on YouTube, Nova Black. It's Not Quite Van Life is her channel. Check it out, dude. I am so fucking stoked for her. So when she showed up in Slabs, here's a little backstory about Nova. A lot of people don't know. She showed up in Slabs as a runaway at 17 years old. Showed up with another runaway girl that has been in and out of Slabs for years. And this girl, Nova, showed up and had like 3 months, maybe 4 months until she turned 18, and was like ditching the cops all the time because they knew that she was here, or they knew that she was in Slabs. So the Slabs was really protective of her, first of all. She'll tell you that's the first place that she ever went that she felt like, people were actually caring about her and her safety and whether she had a meal that day and stuff like that. And then she started traveling, she left Slabs eventually. It was too fucking hot. And now she's, a backpacker around the country, a nomad. Traveling by backpack, has 25 videos and 236,000 subscribers. I'm so fucking stoked for her. I'm hoping that maybe I'd like to interview her for my channel one of these days, and have it all set up like a little studio, and post a video of an interview with Nova Black. And she's actually already said it'd be cool. But one of the things that, I don't know if anybody out there knows anybody in the business, but one of the things that she does is plays music. And her music is phenomenal. I'd like to get her into a studio. And get a professional recording of some of her music, so she could post that online, because the music she's posting online is just filmed with her cell phone. So that is one of the surprises I'm going to try to get done for her this coming winter. I do know somebody in LA that would be able to maybe get some studio time, but it wouldn't be free. I've already talked to him. It's my friend's son. He's been living in LA and, and in that industry for a long time. And anyways, I'm hoping to get her into a studio so that way she can get like some studio time. But she's got great videos. If you haven't checked her out yet, check her out. This one's 490,000 views, 1 million views on her channel. And it really all started with her foraging for food. Foraging videos, but it's kind of evolved from there. And she would eat, show you that there's food to eat in cities that are just growing on the ground. And that's how she was feeding herself. But she's also done some of her music. Yeah, dude, I'm so fucking stoked for her. I think that she's gonna be all right. She's hoping to get a van eventually, but in any case, I doubt she's watching this, so she won't see this. But it'd be cool to be able to get her on my channel so I could interview her. Maybe get Dave Lowe on my channel so I can interview him. I don't know exactly where I'd do it though, because my house is a kind of a... In Bombay Beach, there's a bunch of abandoned houses. We could like set up a little studio in an abandoned house. That could be kind of cool. But all right, my 5 minutes over. I went over like 11 minutes actually. I'm gonna take off. Thanks for those who did donate. $10 for the dogs. I'm gonna save that up so I can get them their $40 dog food. $10 towards my food bill. That's sweet. I can eat tonight. I'll eat tonight. I appreciate that, guys. I also need to get some toilet paper. So, the things that you don't think of, like when you live in a van, you just go find public restrooms. But now, like, I have to have toilet paper, paper towels. Like, that's obnoxious. I have to do laundry too. Like I said, just too much a month. But thanks for being here, you guys. Thanks for the donations. If anyone wants to donate, my links are in the description. I appreciate everyone being here. Big shout out to the tech guy in the back, Desert Rat 96. That is how you can also send him a donation since his since his vehicle is down and he's got over $1,000 in repairs. Desert Rat 96. So thanks for being here, everyone. You guys are awesome. Appreciate having all you as road dogs. I'll see you later.